Hello and welcome everybody to this XTB Live News. My name is Walid Koudmani, Market Analyst for XTB, and in this video we're going to be talking about the main events happening on the markets this morning, what we can expect from the US session, what to keep an eye on the economic calendar, and some major moves and key levels on the charts when we go and take a look at them in a few minutes. Let's start with a recap of what happened over the weekend. Obviously we saw Bitcoin reaching a high above $60,000, so breaking the previous all-time high and then reaching a new one, then pulling back after that, but still a huge milestone. We also saw confirmed coronavirus cases globally reaching and surpassing 120 million, while the vaccination efforts continue around the world and the lockdowns also continue in many countries. From the indices, we actually had a mixed session in Asia, with the Nikkei adding 0.2%, while the Kospi dropped by 0.2%. And this led to a difficult start to the European session, which then later on managed to recover slightly, as we're going to go and take a look and see. When it comes to the economic calendar today, we have some second-tier data from the United States and Canada, so nothing major. But at the same time, we also have a Biden speech at 5:45 GMT PM on the implementation of the economic relief package, which I'm sure many of you have heard about, the $1.9 trillion stimulus package that got approved by the Senate, then the House, and then signed by President Biden last week. So today he's expected to give a speech on that, and it's going to be interesting to see what his take and how he believes that is going to go and affect the economy. Let's take a look at the charts now. As always, we're going to start with the DAX, so the D30 on the platform. You can see on the 30-minute time frame, difficult start to the session, with around a rebound around this area here, after reaching a low of 14,477. So still above this previous low, but managed to rebound, so a higher low. It's currently testing these two averages, the 21 EMA and the 50 SMA, around 14,525 points, which in the past has also been a price reaction area. When it comes to the UK index, let's take a look. Slightly different performance, more positive. You can see an extension of the upward move after reaching a high of about 6,800 points. We can see the pullback started and is now just down about 0.7%. When it comes to US indices, let's take a look at US 100 tech index. Slight pullback on the futures. Obviously, this is the session still at the start, but you can see trading around 12,900 points, and it has acted as support in the past. You can see a potential double top here, but at the same time, these areas have all been price reaction areas, so they're all kind of important to keep an eye on as well. You can see that actually on the short term, as I mentioned last week, the index is actually doing decently positive, especially if you look at this part here. But if you look at the bigger picture, you can see it's actually about 1,000 points, as I mentioned last week, below the all-time high. While if we go and take a look at the US 500, this is the all-time high, so it's actually another potential double top here. You can see around these two averages trading around 3,940 points, but much closer to the all-time high, which is around here as well. Other than that, let's take a look at some commodities. Gold, after the very negative performances it's been having lately, has managed to rebound, obviously breaking below 1,700 and then reaching a low of 1,676. You can see that after breaking above the 1,700 as well, it managed to pull back slightly from this level, around 1,739, pull back, then testing again 1,700, and then now managing to break through it again, and breaking through this previous price reaction zone around 1723. As you can see, testing it as a support and then continuing the upward move. Now the price is around $1,732, and is approaching this previous resistance that has also acted as a resistance here. So 1739, 1740 could be a key level to keep an eye on as a potential resistance, while this may be short-term support after it's also broken through the Ichimoku cloud. The overlaid chart is silver, so you can see quite similar performance. I'll mention as well silver around $26, just above, also breaking above the Ichimoku cloud on the H1 time frame. When it comes to oil, slightly different actually. Oil starting slightly higher, you can see the gap higher, but then after reaching $70 almost exactly, pulling back, testing it again, and then just breaking through $68 now. This huge move, let's see how much it is. About almost 3%, breaking up below the Ichimoku cloud, all two sides, but this candle is going to be important as well. And you can see that there's a previous potential support here around 66.50. But overall, despite this gap, you can see positive performance for oil in the midterm. And oil WTI is the overlaid chart. I'll show you also similar performance, also breaking below, and now at 64.44. Let's take a look at currencies now on the market analysis section of the platform. You can see no longer the US dollar just ruling over everybody else. Last week it was very much every currency was on this side, meaning the US dollar was stronger against them. Mixed performance from the US dollar today. The euro, pound slightly negative, and the franc is actually slightly higher, along with the New Zealand dollar, which is one of the best performing currencies. And let's take a look at some pairs. So we'll see pound US dollar still above 139, so testing 138.8 once again, but then pulling back. You can see another potential kind of formation here, but again, we'll have to wait and see because the US dollar has been very strong, and I'll show you on the US dollar index here, overlay on the Euro USD. This is 4 hours. Let's go on the 1 hour time frame. I like to show these two charts together because you can see kind of a symmetrical pattern between them. So this is the US dollar index. This is the Euro USD pair. So you can see that while Euro USD goes down usually, it's because, or it's correlated to USD index going up. And they kind of mirror each other sometimes. At the moment, we're seeing a bit of more of a sideways move because, as I showed you, they're both mixed performance today. So 119.2 still above some important levels, as I'll show you here. If I just draw a line, for example, 119.1, you can see many price reactions and potentially a support, as well as this low from just last week. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching XTB Live News. My name is Walid Koudmani, market analyst. Good luck with your trading.